everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Gina Buckney, and today I'm bringing you a brand new mini series called Stories of Inspiration. So anyone that has watched my channel, you will have seen the latest series that I've delivered called A Champion's Mindset with Frank Dick, and also Mindfulness Chat with the wonderful Mindful Therapies. Well, today for Stories of Inspiration, I am joined by a very, very inspiring young boy called Ben Thornbury, who's only 15. Hi, Ben.
Hi.
And Ben is from Wiltshire. He has been awarded the Pride of Light Award from our Prime Minister for his efforts to the community during the lockdown. And what I want to do today is just share some of his experiences and what he did to get that award. So we're going to have a little chat. And Ben, I just want to ask you, tell me, what was it that you did to be awarded the Pride of Light? And first of all, what an amazing award, and the name of the award is just fabulous. So tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so during the lockdown that we had at the start, I obviously thought, because we're quite a rural town, there was not much help in place for vulnerable people to get help. So if they wanted food or if they wanted a prescription, then how could they get this help? So I decided I wanted to create this coronavirus support website where people could find a volunteer to bring them some food or to get them to deliver a prescription, and then they would come and deliver it. Yeah, that's what I did, and it went down really well. We got over 60 volunteers, which was just crazy. Still can't believe that. And then obviously the Prime Minister picked up on it, so that's how I got awarded the award, which was just mind blowing to me.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I just want to go back before we even get into the volunteers. So you had the idea, which, first of all, for a 15-year-old boy to be thinking of things like this, let's just commend that. So you're thinking about the fact that they might not be able to get supplies taken to them. Where did that idea come from? Do you already work with vulnerable people, or is this just something that came to mind?
Yeah, so work with quite a lot of the elderly generations. So I do a lot of computer IT support for them. So I might go out, fix their computer. So I know that how much they needed the help. So this is why this idea kind of all linked together. And I have a lot of contact with people who may need some help. So yeah, that's how the idea came about, to help these people. So I do have a lot of contact with a lot of these vulnerable people.
And this, I guess, this idea you had, you've then built a website, have you?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
And did you build that yourself, or all on your own?
Yeah, I built that myself all on my own because I already have experience for my own website for my IT support. So I kind of used that experience to then build this one.
Where did you learn what? First of all, so I've got an IT background. I know we've had a chat before, but where did you learn? I don't think when I was in school at 15, even though I've done some computer stuff in school, I don't think at 15 I was able to build a website. So did you teach yourself some of this, or have you learned this in school?
Yep. So I don't learn any of this in school, but I've watched tutorial videos, and yeah, I never got anyone to show me. I've just gone on YouTube, which is a great platform for finding out anything you have to do, and then I just search up, and I've just factored it all in and just learned how to do one over the years.
Wow, that is amazing. And what language did you do it in, or what platform, on what web platform?
Um, I did it on WordPress, the drag and drop, so I just dragged and dropped it. So yeah.
But you're making that sound easier than it is, because let me tell you, WordPress, so I've used lots, especially lately
Yeah.
with my journals and everything else, we've been building websites, and we've been using website builders, which you can get like Wix or GoDaddy, and they're Shopify. They're the easy ones. I feel like WordPress is like a step beyond, because there are
Yeah.
some coding elements to it, and it's very difficult. In fact, I have a WordPress site now, which I'm like, maybe you can teach me some things about my site actually. And I have however many years of IT, but the coding is far behind me. So anyone that's watching, that sounds simple, but what Ben's done there is a really, really tall ask. And to do that at 15 through learning from tutorials on YouTube, honestly, incredible. So take me to the next step. So you've built your website, you've had your idea, you've built your website. How have you gone and then told people about this and got the volunteers?
Yeah. So we have our local Facebook group. So one night in March, I put it out on there, and so I went to bed that night, and all through the night, And by the next morning, I had about 60 volunteers. So I was just blown away at the response that I had,
Oh,
and it was just crazy because the emails wouldn't stop coming through, and obviously I got to keep up to date with that. And I think at that point I was still at school. We hadn't gone into fully lockdown, so I was trying to do some school work as well while trying to get all these volunteers on this page. So it's crazy.
I bet that was a little boost though. Did you feel good when you seen that morning when you woke up? How did you feel when you seen all those volunteers?
I felt really good. I wasn't expecting the response from all the people, and it just shows how much of a community minded people are, and they want to help each other. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's lovely. I mean, and I bet that's made you want to go do more, really, hasn't it? Because it really
Yeah.
does, when you have an idea like that and you see it come to light and there's so many people helping. So, okay, so you've got the volunteers, and then what's happened after that? Tell me a little bit about what's happened, and has it been difficult managing the volunteers, or does the website do that for you?
It has been difficult managing a few of the volunteers because some of some of the vulnerable people come straight to me, so I've got then to direct the volunteers. So I've got to get the message across and get it all right and make sure they're going to the right places. And it's quite hard, but most of it was done off the website, so people could contact a volunteer and get them to help them out. So it's fairly easy for me, but there was a few queries that I needed to step in on.
Okay, so Ben, what I'm interested in, we had a brief chat, and you mentioned at the start there was maybe some doubts or people challenging whether this would work. I'd like you just to share with everyone what that was and how you overcome it.
Yeah, so there was definitely a few people on there who had some doubts towards if this was going to work, if people were going to be kind to one another. But at the end of the day, this is a community project that I wanted to do, and most of the people on there, some of them I actually knew, so it wasn't so bad as well. So most of the names you see on the our local community group as well pop up all the time, and most of them I've come across with my community cleaning as well. So I had some like I knew most of them, so it wasn't so bad. But there's definitely some people who doubted if it was going to work, if people were going to be kind to one another.
Yeah, no, that's good. And like you say, you've just got to push forward with it. You had trust. You know people in that group, and it's from your town. So I think the thing that I liked when we talked before, you just didn't give up. You had a vision. You knew what you wanted to do, and some people are always going to have doubts, and some people might tell you it's not going to work or look at the negative side. But I'm really proud of you that you've just pushed forward with it. Because look at how many people you've helped, and just remind people who are watching how many people you've helped since the start.
Well, it's about 300 last time I checked, and this includes this lockdown, which is crazy.
Really? Did it get bigger then? Has it been bigger in this lockdown?
Well, it's been slightly smaller, but obviously the other one was quite bigger. But definitely, there's still people who needed help during this lockdown.
Do you know what? Actually, thinking about that, I bet the first was bigger because people didn't know what to expect as well, and it was new. I think people have
Yeah.
adjusted a little bit this time. We know we can get online shopping and stuff, so it's probably a little bit less scary for some people now, but still great that it's still going. Dare I say it, let's hope we don't have a third lockdown, but I guess the website is still there, up and running, and will remain. Is that right, Ben? It's going to
Yeah,
stay there for a
that's
bit.
correct. The website will stay, and also what's developed is systems are in place. People know what to do now. So, for example, our local food market did not used to have a online shopping, but they developed stuff. So systems have developed during these last two lockdowns. Yeah, my website is still in place and will stay in place.
Very good. And I just want to ask then, to finish off, what's next for you then, Ben? So you've created this website, you've helped for over 300 people, you've been awarded a Pride of Light award, and they all this at 15 years old. So I can only imagine what the future is going to be like. But tell me if you've got any ideas on where you want to go next, or what your other projects are going to be.
My other project is probably going to be next year to do some more tree planting to keep playing my part towards like climate change and helping with the climate. Just keep on going. And what's even
Honestly,
crazier is yesterday the Prime Minister and his wife sent me a Christmas card. So it's just crazy, and I couldn't believe that. And it just goes to show that all my work is being recognised.
And that's it. It's nice to be recognized, and you deserve it 100%. And tree planting as well, like your parents must be really proud.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. Like, you do an amazing job, and anyone that's watching, whether you're Ben's age yourself around that area or parents, share this with your children, because this really is an inspirational story. And that's the purpose of this mini series. And I hope you've enjoyed listening to Ben and what he's achieved. I hope that's inspired some of you to go out and think about things that you might do. And Ben, I think I might be getting your details for some website WordPress development to help me with mine. But yes, thank you so much for joining us, and take care for now. Thanks, Ben.
Right.
Thanks.